In the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here's Elijah Moore now, bringing it out of his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
And to throw right away, Thompson Robinson. And incomplete to open things up. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones. And now it's second down. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7. I mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
Trucks over him. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 31 yards there and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Thompson Robinson. Austin's got it left side. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Second down and 4. They go up the middle with Chubb. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Third down and 1. Out of the gun, Thompson Robinson. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Hopkins' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Hey, trio left. Sunday here, Sunday. We go, sir.
Now Gino. DK Metcalf. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They give him a gain of 38.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Check 58.
Just beating the play clock, Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 more on that one and another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Hey, long run. Middle. Hold. Hey, go flip her up. Like Jack's left.
Now Gino on first down. Going right back to Fant. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. When you talk about this Seahawks defense, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 22.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Bobby Wagner in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that
expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
On fourth down, Corey Bojorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
49, flip her off, 49.
Off of play action, here's Smith. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Geno. Outright to Smith-Njigba. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now a 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Thompson Robinson now to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. And again, it's Chubb. Powers ahead at the 45. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 49 yards on the ground for him so far. Here now, 3rd and a yard. DTR going to throw it here. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
That is caught, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
1st and 10, Thompson Robinson. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
2nd and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Sticking to the air, hits Thompson Robinson. And his throw is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Thompson Robinson will look to throw. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out when they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. It was Myles Garrett that time who got in there and brought him down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
13 next.
Geno now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Tuesday. Line. 53. Strike. Hey, on the ball.
Smith sliding out of the pocket. Finding Walker complete. He's to the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Sam. Kenneth Walker, 74 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Cleveland offense ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1, and that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Thompson Robinson now. And he finds Austin complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Pushes him over. And now off to the races down the right side. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
Throwing. Thompson Robinson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Again, Thompson Robinson will look to throw here. Flushed out right. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. To throw is DTR. And the Seahawks defense gets through him and they bring him down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. This is taken at the 23. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throw out wide to Walker, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards there on the catch and run. On 1st and 10, Smith. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Smith throwing again. And Walker has it. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Hey, go flip her up, flip her up. Look, Jack Smith, Jack Smith.
On first down, it's Smith. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Myers' kick is good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And he goes out right around the 39. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. 17-3 the score as we resume action for the 2nd half on EA Sports. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Now it's Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. And he'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Anthony Walker up behind the line and finishing that play off.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time. Forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
49, flip her off, 49. 49, flip her off, 49.
Out of the gun, Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Hey, it's a clip. 13 net. Snowball, snowball.
From the gun, here's Smith. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. He completes this to Walker. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Snowball, snowball.
Now Geno. Pass taken in by his big tight end. It's a big play there for Seattle. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Give to Walker on the read option. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. The DTR going to throw it here. Completes it to Austin. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Here's Thompson Robinson looking to throw it. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Ready?
And once more, it's Thompson Robinson. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Going for it, Thompson Robinson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Running right, here's Walker. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Check 58. Hey, along the line. Along the line. Hold on.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Returning it is Moore. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns drive about to get started. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here we go. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Thompson Robinson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. Still going. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And quickly, they get to the line. Play action, now Thompson Robinson. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 34.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Ready.
First down, here's Thompson Robinson. Right back to Cooper, and he got him again. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Sticking to the air, it's Thompson Robinson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And after the broken tackle, couldn't get free for much space. Taken down right at the 10. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Second down, Thompson Robinson now. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Browns are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-10. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
On second down, it's Walker. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Let's go now.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards that time. A good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. To throw his DTR. There's another catch by the running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great play there, with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Browns have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point good by Hopkins. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Hey, here we go, hey.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
13 next. Oz. Look.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He'll buy some time right. He hits his target, Lockett. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And Smith here, an audible at the line. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Hey, it's a clip. 13 next. Here we go, son.
Smith going to throw it. That is intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. So this defense, they get their first interception of the game. And since they were in plus territory, didn't have too terribly far to go. But they take it all the way into the end zone.
And you intercepted in that close, you're automatically thinking 6 points the other way. But what I like most about it was how the defense rallied, got up on their blocks, and didn't commit any penalties as well.
This crowd, boy, in a state of shock. What was once safely in hand is now a tie game as the kick is away here. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
No ball, no ball.
Here's Smith. Gets this complete to Smith and Jigba. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And this is one of those gotta-have-it drives. You can't start much better than that. Big yardage there. And just as important, he's able to get out of bounds. And now, that changes everything.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Smith to throw. That is taken in by the tight end fan.
What a time for a lapse defensively. That turns this game right on its ear. And now, forget about throwing fouls. They might want to take the air out a little bit and force the defense to use some timeouts.
Walker. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here now, second and goal. Again, Walker. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give them the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there?
Yeah,
because
possibly.
I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
They'll look to run with Dallas. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Myers' kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Thompson Robinson. Escaping the pressure, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. One final shot. They'll look to throw. This ball intercepted. Julian Love picks it. He's to the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So it's a win for the Seahawks here. And it was thanks in large part